everybody, it is Calxiyn here. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember that you guys should subscribe, become patrons over on Patreon to support the channel, follow us over on social media, but the most important thing to do is ring that bell, because we still have 2 episodes as of right now of Miraculous Ladybug left. We still have Cat Blanc and Felix, so if you guys are looking forward to my reactions, obviously ring the bell, all of that stuff. So, okay, so last week when I reacted to Miracle Queen, as you guys sort of saw because of my new setup, I was visiting my boyfriend over our reading week, our week break at school, because in Canada we have Thanksgiving basically last week. We have Thanksgiving a month earlier than the Americans, so we get a whole break and stuff. So I watched Miracle Queen, and the version I had didn't have this end card, but I explained at the end of my video, right? So I explained this. I explained that I had not seen the end scene, but that I had seen thumbnails of the end scene. So I did get the idea and I did discuss it. Thank you guys. I know people were just trying to be helpful, but after like the 100th comment of people being like, you missed it, and I was just like, no, I didn't. I talked about it. I didn't see it, but I talked about it at the end of that video, which is why it's important to watch my discussion at the very end. But people didn't see it, and that's okay. I'm just saying, after the 100th comment, I was like, oh gosh. So I decided, because I'm home, I'm gonna basically react to the end clip, even though I get the idea, but really I just sort of wanted to talk about it. And so I thought, okay, this will finally satisfy the people who think that I haven't seen it and don't know what's going on, but at the same time we can sort of discuss and talk. So yeah, this was the end card, and then after the end card they had a post-credit scene almost. And so Gabriel fixed it! He fixed it, sis! And then it just goes out, the lights just go out on him, and I'm just like, he did it. So yeah, obviously that's a scene. He says it's perfect, like new. That's basically the whole thing. That's basically the idea. And that's why I meant, guys, I get the gist. He fixed it. I saw the thumbnail, don't worry. But to discuss, okay, I have a couple things, all right? So to rectify other things that people didn't quite understand from my reaction, what I didn't understand was that in Ladybug, they set up Lila, right, to sort of be this big thing. But then what I couldn't grasp was in Miracle Queen, right, Gabriel basically takes the Be Miraculous and gives it to Chloe and is like, Chloe, there you go, do your thing, you're on my side now. That's basically the gist, right? But what I couldn't fathom or understand was, why didn't he do the same thing? Why didn't he take the Fox Miraculous and give it to Lila, right? And people were saying, are you dumb? Lila never had a Miraculous, it was a fake. And I'm like, guys, I know, that wasn't why I was saying it. I was saying it because clearly she wanted it, you know what I mean? Her desire when she transformed as a villain was Volpina, which looks very similar, if not the exact same, to the Fox Miraculous. And so my point was, Lila wants power more than Chloe wants power, I would argue. Chloe wanted her Miraculous for a completely different reason, but at the same time, when you sort of water it down, right, to the very bare bones of it, because Chloe's situation is complicated. I think it has to do with her parents a lot, and sort of a proving herself thing, and self-confidence things. And so just to push that aside, it's power, at the very, very bottom, or feeling powerful, or feeling empowered, right? And so I feel that applies to Lila as much as it does to Chloe. So what I couldn't understand was why Gabriel wasn't okay, so we yoinked the Be Miraculous for Chloe, let's yoink the Fox Miraculous for Lila, because I genuinely thought that's where things were going. But yeah, that was the point I was trying to make. A lot of people didn't understand what I was saying. I know that Lila never had the actual Miraculous, but what I meant was, why didn't they just, why didn't they include Lila at all? She was just totally forgotten. So the reason, and you guys may be like, Cal, why are you talking about Lila? This is about the Peacock Miraculous, right? But this is my segue. For some reason, people think that now that the Peacock Miraculous is fixed, Lila will get it. But I don't quite understand where that's coming from. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm like, guys, why are you guys saying that? That's kind of weird, right? Because we know in the original Peacock design, Emily had it. And now we know, Natalie is obviously using it. Why would they just give it to Lila? That's what I don't understand. Because, in a sense, right, the Peacock Miraculous is the right hand to Hawkmoth right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Natalie is his right-hand woman, okay? And she's also an adult, and that's important, right? Like, it was this whole thing, like, adults don't have to detransform and feed their kwamis after they use their special power. Like, that was basically the gist of it. So I don't know why they would just be like, give it to Lila. Like, Natalie has more experience. Natalie can keep using it now that it's fixed, right? So I think that Natalie is just going to continue using it. Now, on to theories about Natalie specifically. Like, Natalie has sort of been held back this entire time because the Miraculous has been making her sick. If it's fixed now, like new, apparently, right? Like, she can unleash her full potential. In Thomas Asterisk, he's said before, right? He's basically said that there is someone more powerful than Hawkmoth that'll scare us all, right? And a lot of people think that's referring to Emily, and maybe it would suck if both of Adrian's parents were just like outright, like, just evil, like, deep inside. I don't think Hawkmoth's, like, evil. Obviously, his story leads into a bit of a gray area. But when it comes to, like, Emily and stuff, I think that maybe he meant Natalie instead. What he meant was that now Natalie can use this Miraculous to her true potential, and her love for Hawkmoth, her love for Gabriel, is going to make her very, very dangerous. Like, that is what I think. That is what I can see happening, that she is going to be a very dangerous adversary, even more powerful than Hawkmoth, because now the Peacock Miraculous is fixed, and there is nothing standing in her way. There is nothing holding her back. That's how I see it, right? I don't know. I'm just saying, that's how I personally see it, right? So we've covered Lila, we've covered Natalie. People think that the Miraculous getting fixed means that Emily is gonna come back, but I don't think that that's true. Like, I think that Natalie will not get sick anymore because it's fixed and she'll be able to recover. But it's sort of like when you have a cold. Okay, Natalie basically had a cold that she couldn't get rid of. But when you take the antibiotics or whatever the doctor gives you, you can start to feel better. That to me is what fixing the Miraculous is doing. Like, Natalie had a really long cold, all right, and she is recovering now because she's, you know, recovering instead of it continuously damaging her, right? With Emily, I don't think that fixing the Miraculous means fixing her, because she is already far gone. Like, she's too far gone. It's like, once you, like, go into a coma, it's like, yeah, maybe medicine can help you, but it's like, it's too far gone, right? Like, when your organs begin to shut down, this is, I guess, a weird analogy, but it's like, there's a difference between having a cold and, like, having a stuffy nose and a cough, and maybe you're, like, super dizzy, but it's not, like, damaging any of your organs. Like, I don't think that it's that serious, but at the same time, it's like, it's a metaphor sort of thing. Like, metaphorically, Emily's organs are damaged and they have to fix her. Like, that's basically my interpretation of it. I don't think fixing the Miraculous is going to save her. I think that she is too far gone already, but Natalie is not, because Natalie can recover. Emily is in a state where she is unrecoverable at this current moment. That's why he needs the cat and the Ladybug Miraculous to make the wish to do the thing. You know what I mean? To do the thing. And so that is basically it. Those are all my thoughts. I don't think that I have anything else to talk about. I just really wanted to talk about Lila and her absence, Natalie and sort of like her use of the Miraculous, and then this last thing, which is Emily. I don't think that there's anything else to talk about. It would also be interesting if Hawkmoth just uses both of them. Like, he's seen that Ladybug can merge a Miraculous now, so if he can also do that, he may be like, Natalie, like, you've been so useful to me, but now, like now I'll just do it myself. I don't want to involve you in this. I've hurt you enough. And then he combines them and uses it himself. I think that would be cool. I think that would be also cool because if he does that, at the same time, that would make Natalie sad, and maybe she would get akumatized because of her negative emotion, because she has only been akumatized now, like, on purpose, not because of negativity. So what if it's like, Natalie, I don't need you anymore. It's okay, like, you know, go rest, all that stuff. I can just wield both of them like Ladybug did, right? And then Natalie's, like, all sad, and so he has both of the powers and he akumatizes her, and he gives her an amok. Like, you know what I mean? And so that is basically it for me, guys. Pretty sure I've covered everything. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I am really tired. I have to recover a bit from my trip. But yeah, I wanted to get those things out of the way just because I know people were asking about them, and I felt bad because I was like my points didn't seem to get across in the reaction. Like, so it was either a miscommunication on my part or people misinterpreting because the Lila thing and then not seeing the end card, like a bunch of all of that stuff. But now you know, I have seen it, we have discussed, we are good to go, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Thank you for watching, and thank you to our wonderful patrons over on Patreon who support the channel. Their names will scroll through now.